What's up? The video you're about to watch is it's going to be the part one of me making, I don't know what you would call it, some subwoofer speaker pods for my dad's Harley-Davidson motorcycle. He basically wanted some subwoofers mounted in these air deflectors that mount on the roll bars of the motorcycle, I guess you'd call them. You can attach little brackets to it so that way your feet can rest on it. But these things are pretty cool because they had a pocket in it where you could put your belongings in it and go riding. But it also makes a great start to mount some rings to it so that way you can make it into a nice little subwoofer or even a speaker box. You don't even have to be a subwoofer. You can put a 4-inch speaker in and do whatever you want to. He basically said he wanted some subwoofers on his, holy crap, what is that? On his motorcycle, and he asked me if I could do it, and I said yeah. And I kind of just literally jumped headfirst into it without any rhyme or reason. So this first part is, crap, it's all blurry. Why is it doing that? It's stupid. Hold on. Autofocus don't even work anymore. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so I kind of jumped headfirst into the project. So part one is basically just going to be me starting a project because I started it, stopped it. I had no idea which direction I wanted to go with it, how I wanted the rings mounted, whether I wanted to face a different direction or whatever. But I got it all figured out. I got it started. I got fiberglass. I got it bondoed. I did some sanding. But yeah. Let me know what you think of this first part. The second part is going to be much more in-depth because I didn't show you how to cut the rings. I didn't actually film myself actually fiberglassing. I kind of skipped all that because I really didn't know what direction I was going to go in it. But part two is going to be much more in-depth on this project. But part one is basically me starting projects. That way you have an understanding what I'm trying to do. I got the speaker rings yesterday. Mocked it up using hot glue, so that way it wasn't permanent. And then once I got the rings where I wanted them, then I went back and put some super glue on it. So these rings are not going to go anywhere, which really doesn't matter anyways, because it's going to be all fiberglass, so no big deal. What I did today was, to make room for the 8-inch sub, I went ahead and took the cutoff wheel and I cut off some of the plastic right there, so this speaker would fit in there nicely. And now it's about that time to put some of this fabric over it, some fleece, and then fiberglass it. And on the wooden ring here, I'm going to use some staples, so that way the fabric wouldn't go anywhere. But right here, I can't really use any staples on this plastic, so I'm going to have to use some of this really cheap spray adhesive from the store. And should be nice. And that's what I've got going so far. Super ugly right now, but when I get done with it, it's going to be awesome. Alright, I got the fleece stretched over the rings, and it's looking kind of nice. It's hot out here, so it's going to dry pretty quick. I'm about to put some resin on it. This is what they're looking like so far. Just a quick update. I'm about to throw some Bondo on them. They're super ugly right now. Once I throw some Bondo on them, in about 100 million hours of sanding, these things will look great. I'm trying to do this with one hand and hold the camera at the same time. It's not that easy. I'm gonna have to put you down a minute. Alright, I got the fleece cut out. This part of the fleece or fabric wasn't fiberglass, but all this right here, all the way around, is hard as a rock. The same way over here, cut out. And now it's time for some Bondo. Yeah, you like the pouring method? Alright, what a mess, what a mess. Alright, there you go. I got some Bondo out there. Got the hardener. And the way to really measure this is, if you got the Bondo right there, kind of just do a strip of hardener across it like that. Then you mix it up. Be careful not to put too much. Don't go crazy with it. Just do a strip across, because if you put too much, it'll dry way too fast. But with this Bondo brand, it's got a like a pinkish reddish color. And then once you get it all mixed in nice and evenly, that's when you can apply it. God, make a mess. And I kind of mix it until I can start to feel it get a little sticky. And that's when we're ready to apply. Now I'm going to have to put you down, but when it comes back, a little bit's going to be applied to it. Alright, got some Bondo on it. It's just scooped up there. Just filling the gaps. And then once it hardens, you sand it down a little bit. Then you fill it back where you need it. Then once you put some more Bondo on it, that's when you hit it with some high build primer, which I have. Then you Bondo it again. Then you sand it again. Then you Bondo it again. Then you primer it again. And it's just never ending battle. until it's all perfectly smooth. Alright, now that I have the Bondo applied nice and thick, I'm going to do what is called a green stage sanding, which means before the Bondo is actually fully hardened, I'm going to green stage sand it, which will let me know where I need to put some more Bondo. But it's nice and hard. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let it harden for another 5-10 minutes, and then go from there. But no, I don't recommend letting it sit for 24 hours or weeks or anything like that. You don't want it to get super hard before you start sanding it, because you never know when you need to add some more Bondo. This just makes your life a lot more simple. Hey, welcome back. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to try to focus on making my videos better, better editing, better quality, because I'm just basically kind of using my my Samsung phone, which is crap, and I'm using Windows Movie Maker, so I'm not using any of that fancy equipment y'all experts use when you're making your videos. But I'm going to focus on making my videos better, and kind of trying to make them to where they're better, so that way y'all can understand them better, and hopefully you might be able to learn something. You never know. But I'm going to get started on part 2, and that's going to be a much more better in-depth video on the whole process, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching.